Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 58.
Jiang Zia. He's trying to set up his base, his new domain, but things are bad. Really bad.
The opening poem even sets the scene, doesn't it? It talks about Yili Wen, this widespread plague, and Hutai disaster.
Exactly. It mentions divine ghosts weep. I mean, that tells you straight away this isn't just about soldiers fighting. It's cosmic, it's spiritual, the stakes are incredibly high.
And the whole nature of the conflict just flips, you know? Zia's side, they're using their standard, let's call them Kunlun arts.
The sort of orthodox magic, yeah.
But then these new challengers show up, and they're not interested in swords or spears at all. They're refiners of qi from the rival Ji school.
And they bring a whole different toolkit. Sickness becomes the weapon.
Zia figures this out pretty quick, right? When his best guys start dropping.
Oh, yeah. He realizes these aren't just tough warriors. He calls them Yiren extraordinary people.
And he nails their methods, too. Zuo Dashi Shu.
Which translates roughly to left path, evil arts. That's the turning point. It's not armies clashing anymore. It's ritual. It's sickness. It's pain delivered remotely.
The speed is what gets me. How fast they take down established heroes. It starts with Ziying.
Xiqi. He sounds terrifying just from the description. Red hair like cinnabar, green face, fangs, golden eyes. Just visually really menacing.
And the text explicitly links him to an element Eastern wood. Dongfeng Jia Yimu.
That's crucial, that elemental link. So he faces Jinza, who's, a serious hero himself, ready for a proper fight.
But it's barely a fight, is it? A quick skirmish, then Zirin pretends to run away.
Right, that feigned retreat. It's like, okay, the physical part is over. Now the real attack begins. It's a tactic.
And he doesn't land a blow. He just pulls out this ritual item, a king, like a chime. Or a bell.
Yeah, a percussion instrument, a chime. And he just taps it 3 or 4 times. That's it.
The power isn't in the strike. It's in the object, the sound, the intent behind it. It's fascinating.
Completely. It's pure ritual magic.
Yeah.
And the effect on Jinza, instantaneous.
His face turns like golden paper. What does that signify, usually?
It suggests a kind of spiritual draining, extreme pallor, maybe shock, life force fading. He collapses right there in the camp.
And all he can scream is, "The headache is killing me." Tutang Shawo, just that one single horrible symptom.
Delivered instantly. No physical wound. Just debilitating targeted pain.
So, okay, you have wood element and a killer headache. What's the thinking there in terms of like the 5-element system?
Well, that's really the core of what's happening strategically. In Chinese medicine and cosmology, wood governs the liver, right?
Yeah.
And it's associated with things like wind, internal wind, and expansion, movement. So a sudden crippling headache like that, it's like unleashing chaotic internal wind, something the body just can't handle. Zhu Jin isn't just giving him a bad headache. He's hitting Jinza's core energy balance, the part linked to wood.
Got it. That makes the next duel even more sinister because it feels so systematic. Jinza's brother, Muza, steps up for revenge.
Right. Muza comes out furious, and he faces Xiqi.
Who looks completely different from Zushin. Mild, full moon face, pale yellow clothes. He's linked to Western metal. Shifang Gengjinjin.
Yeah, totally opposite appearance. Almost deceptively normal looking, but just as dangerous, maybe more so.
Muza attacks, obviously wanting payback. But again, the actual fighting is short.
It's just the prelude. Xiqi holds his ground for a bit, then takes out his ritual item. A fan, a magical banner.
And just shakes it at Muza.
Shakes it a few times. And the effect, wow. It's described in horrible detail.
First, this intense chill, right, Hanjin. But then immediately followed by extreme internal heat.
Yeah, his face turns like white paper this time. His body feels like it's being scorched, his heart like frying oil, just agony.
He spits white foam and collapses, looking like charcoal. I mean, 2 major heroes down in minutes, just wiped out by illness.
And think about the metal connection here. Metal element relates to the lungs, the skin, how we regulate temperature, breath. It's the boundary between inside and outside.
So Xiqi is basically destroying Muza's internal thermostat.
Pretty much. He uses the metal-aligned ritual to just crash Muza's ability to regulate his own temperature.
Yeah.
Causes this systemic, chaotic fever that just burns him out from the inside.
So we've gone from targeted pain, the headache with wood, to like total systemic meltdown with metal.
Exactly. The attack is escalating in its nature.
Zia must have been tearing his hair out. This is when he starts suspecting it's something bigger, right? Something coordinated.
Yes. The text says he wonders if it's another 10 absolute arrays situation, which, for listeners who know the story, that signals a really high-level, structured, magical assault. Not just random bad guys.
A pattern. A deadly pattern. And it continues. The third duel brings in the fire element.
Represented by Zhu Tianlin. And he looks, the purple face, big bell-like eyes, fiery red clothes, just visually screaming fire, southern fire. Nanfang Hu Bing Ding.
And the hero sent out this time is Lei Zhenzi. He's maybe Zia's most unique asset.
Definitely. With his Feng Lei Qi, the wind and thunder wings, and his golden staff, he fights differently.
He should have the advantage, right? Flying, attacking from above.
And he does initially. He's dominating from the air. But Zhu Tianlin, he doesn't even seem to try and fight back conventionally.
What does he do? Just points.
Literally just points his sword at Lei Zhenzi flying above. Jianwang Lei Zhenzi easy. Points his sword. That's it.
It's almost dismissive, like your flight means nothing.
It's pure spiritual attack. He's not aiming at the body. He's aiming at the magic itself, the mechanism of flight.
And it works instantly. Lei Zhenzi just loses control of his wings.
They just fail. He crashes down, huge noise, and basically stumbles back to Zia's tent.
Completely disabled, can only shake his head. It's not pain this time, not fever. It's his superpower just switched off.
Which is a huge development strategically. Think about fire and the 5 elements. It's linked to the heart, but also the Shen, the spirit, consciousness control.
So Zhu Tianlin attacked Lei Zhenzi's control over his own power.
That seems to be it. By targeting the fire element, he disrupts the spiritual command Lei Zhenzi has over his wings. It shows these plague arts can hit physical symptoms or the metaphysical source of a hero's power.
That's terrifying. It's not just making you sick anymore. It's making your magic useless. Zia must be completely lost now.
He admits it. He says he can't figure out the root cause, can't see the loophole in this magic. He's stumped.
And the assault just keeps coming. Number 4 steps up. Yang Wenwei, associated with northern water. Kangong Ren Gishui.
And described appropriately for water, purple face again, but hair like steel needles, black robes. Very water north imagery.
Zia seems unsure who to even send out now. Who can possibly counter this?
Right. What ability is going to fail next? He sends out Dragonbeard Tiger Long Zuhu, another unique character.
And the text actually cuts off there, mid-challenge. It just leaves you hanging.
Which itself is kind of terrifying. It underscores the relentless nature of this attack. 4 elements down, systematically disabling Xiqi's best.
Wood, metal, fire, water, deployed one after another. Which brings us to the mastermind, right, Liu? What's his take on all this?
Liu Yu. He's the architect of this whole plague strategy, and he is absolutely thrilled.
He actually sings a song about it.
He does. A victory song, basically gloating. He talks about his Swan Menju, his mysterious gate arts, and he essentially mocks the Kunlun school's methods.
How so? What's his argument?
He basically asks, why mess around with swords and spears? Why go through the trouble of capturing people or physically killing them on the battlefield?
When you can just do this, use these specialized techniques.
Exactly. He sees his methods, based on yin-yang principles and using Fuyin talismans, seals, ritual implements, as far superior. Cleaner, faster, more efficient. It's warfare based on knowledge, not brute strength.
He views the physical fighting as, what, clumsy, primitive?
Kind of, yeah. He thinks his way is more sophisticated. It's intellectual warfare, almost.
And the goal isn't just winning the fight. It's something deeper. He says the victim is designed to, what was the phrase?
To naturally cut off life. The idea is they succumb internally, systemically. The attacker doesn't even need to land the final blow. It just happens.
That's chilling. It removes the direct act of killing, almost.
And he boasts that even immortals cannot escape this art. That's a huge claim. It shows he sees this plague art as fundamentally superior, a way to bypass all the usual struggles of combat and heroism.
And his subordinate, Xinglun, backs this up, right? He's amazed they won without actually fighting in the traditional sense.
Yeah, Zhenglun marvels that it was all done just by using magic.
Yeah.
No capturing, no stabbing. That really highlights the shift. Victory through esoteric knowledge and ritual, not physical power. That shift from swords to supernatural bioweaponry.
Precisely.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how the story shifts, too.
Yeah.
You've got Zhang Zia constantly talking about cosmic mandates, the will of heaven.
Oh, yeah, he never shuts up about it.
But then the narrative just slams you with this gritty, horrifying reality of mass destruction.
Mm-hmm.
It stops being just about heroes fighting. Suddenly it's about powerful sects, letting their personal grudges just explode outwards.
And hitting innocent people directly.
Directly, yeah.
And it kicks off with something almost silly. Which feels deliberate, maybe?
Yeah.
Like the author is easing us into the horror.
Well, the Fengtian tradition often mixes the utterly bizarre with the profound, keeps you off balance.
Definitely. So this opening scene, it involves Long Zuhu, Dragonbeard Tiger, one of Zia's disciples.
And he's described as ancient and rare in appearance.
Yes.
Quite the character.
A bit of a brute, apparently. His main weapon is throwing rocks, literally.
Yeah, simple, effective, usually.
Well, he clashes with this Taoist, Yang Wenhu.
And Yang Wenhu seems pretty sensible. He clearly thinks fighting a rock thrower is beneath him, so he retreats.
Yeah.
Wisely.
But Long Zuhu, maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Huh?
He pursues him. And in his eagerness, he messes up spectacularly.
Oh, yeah, this part is wild.
He throws his stones so hard, they fly past Yang Wenhui and crash right into Xiqi City.
Into the city.
So
Serious.
seriously, they hit the Prime Minister's residence, even the Silver Ann Hall.
Wow. Okay, that's bad. Like, really bad. A huge breach of discipline.
Totally. So Zia, in front of everyone, has to order his own disciple captured and tied up.
Which does establish something important, I think.
Yeah.
It shows Zia trying to maintain order, some kind of discipline, even amidst the chaos.
Right. It sets up a contrast. Because that discipline, it's about to face something completely different.
And Zia has no clue, right? He just thinks his guy messed up chasing some random Taoist.
Exactly. He doesn't know that Yang Wenhui, the guy who ran off, is actually part of this much darker, very specialized team.
And this is where it gets properly chilling.
Yeah.
We find out who Yang Wenhui and his mates really are.
Yeah.
They're the 4 powerful plague envoys. They serve under the plague department. This isn't just a random encounter. It's a targeted attack force.
The plague department. Okay. Designed just to cause suffering.
Pretty much. And look at their tools, their weapons. It tells you everything.
What are they carrying? Not swords and spears.
Not primarily, no. They're carrying things designed for mass, internal sickness. You've got Zhu Vian, the Eastern envoy.
Mm-hmm.
He uses the headache chime.
A headache chime. Seriously.
Yep. Then Li Qi, the Western envoy, has the fever banner, Fa Zhao Fan.
Okay, so not weapons for fighting one-on-one. These are crowd control, but way worse.
Way worse. Then there's Zhu Tanlin, Southern envoy with the dizzy sword, causes confusion, vertigo, presumably.
And Yang Wenhui himself, the Northern envoy.
He carries the scattering plague whip, Samwen Bian.
Scattering plague. Ugh.
So that initial, almost comical incident with Long Zuhu throwing rocks, the text says it signals Zia's next big calamity. Zia Yi Ze Yu Zi.
A disaster is coming.
Exactly. The fight was messy, but the intent behind those 4 envoys, it's targeted, lethal, and aimed at everyone.
So Zia's dealing with his clumsy disciple, worrying about the war overall.
Which is reaching, 30 of the predicted 36 campaigns, so the pressure's on.
Right. And then the general who sent those envoys shows up, the main boss.
Lu Yu.
Lu Yu.
And now the big leagues are here. Lu Yu arrives, and he is visually striking. 3-eyed Taoist, crimson robe, blue face, red hair.
Riding a golden-eyed camel, no less.
He just radiates this immense power and, frankly, spiritual pride.
And Zia, ever the strategist, or maybe politician.
Yeah, maybe both.
He immediately goes for the ideological justification. He tells Lu Yu the Zhu forces are following heaven's will, pulls out the classic line, Shan Tianjikun nar Tanji Wang.
Those who obey heaven survive. Those who defy heaven perish. The standard justification.
He insists the whole war, the Fengtian list, it's all ordained by the 3 sages, part of some grand cosmic cycle.
Using destiny as a shield. Or a weapon, maybe.
Yeah.
You have to wonder, right? Coming from the Chan school, who, spoiler alert, win in the end.
Right.
Isn't that just a really convenient justification for what looks a lot like conquest? Does the text ever show Zia doubting it? Even a little.
That's a great question. Not overtly, no. He seems pretty firm in his belief, but the narrative constantly tests him, and this chapter is a huge test. But Lu Yu, he's definitely not buying Zia's PR spin.
Not for a second. He identifies himself key refining scholar, 9 Dragon Island, and just dismisses Zia. Calls it typical Chan school arrogance.
His argument is totally different. It's all about personal power, right? His own magical achievements.
Exactly. He boasts he knows the mysterious secrets, says things like 5-element arts, cloud riding. That's kid stuff, trifling matters.
He's flexing.
Totally flexing. He brags about achieving immortality through internal alchemy, the nine-turn elixir, and being able to roam the great Empyrean de Luotian.
So he's basically saying, I'm powerful because I achieve mastery, while you, Xia, are just following orders.
Precisely. He sees Xia as this, mid-level administrator with a divine mandate, whereas he is a true master.
But Xia, wow, he comes back with a brutal insult.
Devastating.
He compares Lu Yu's boasts to guys who already got beaten. Zhao Gongming, the three sisters from Sanshan Island, basically saying big talkers like you always fall.
And then he drops the killer line. He calls Lu Yu's claims of eternal life and mastery a painted cake. Hua Bing.
Oof. Explain that one.
Painted cake, Hua Bing. It means something that looks good but has no substance. An illusion. A promise that can't feed you.
So Xia is saying your so-called eternal mastery, it's a delusion. You're going to end up on the list just like everyone else.
Exactly. It completely undermines Lu Yu's entire basis for superiority.
Yeah.
The ultimate put down in this context.
Yeah, that'll do it. And Lu Yu, predictably, loses it.
Completely enraged, he charges immediately. Battle on.
And it's a proper scrum. Xia's top guys rush in Yangjian.
Who apparently just attacks blindly at first.
Yeah, just goes for it. Niza zooms in on his windfire wheels, Huang Tianhua on his jade Kirin. It's a big pylon.
But then, hang on, the story hits pause again.
Yeah.
For something else.
Right. It's so jarring, but tells you so much. Amidst this huge magical battle, this cosmic struggle, we get a detour for a really petty personal grudge.
Okay, what happens?
Zhang Lun, the enemy commander, remember he captured Xia way back when?
Vaguely, yeah.
Well, he sees Huang Tianhua in the fight, and he's still mad that his own general let Huang Tianhua's father go ages ago.
Seriously. He's holding on to that.
Yep, and he vows right there to kill Huang Tianhua, cure revenge.
So you've got this massive divine conflict, and in the middle of it, this guy's trying to settle an old score. Wow.
And Niza, always the pragmatic one, sees this. He knows Zhang Lin might actually get Huang Tianhua.
So Niza steps in.
He does, but smartly. He knows Zhang Lin is already scared of him because Niza whacked him with his Qian Kun circle before.
Using past trauma.
Clever.
Basically weaponizing fear. Niza just scares Zhang Lun off, protects his buddy, and then gets back to the main fight.
Which has gotten way more intense while this little drama played out.
Oh, yeah. Lu Yu is now surrounded. Tu Xingsun has joined the party, too. A little earth burrower guy.
That's him. So Lu Yu, maybe realizing his usual magic isn't cutting it against this team, he goes for brick. Maximum intimidation.
This is the transformation scene.
This is it. Pure nightmare fuel. Lu Yu shifts form. 3 heads, 6 arms pop out.
Whoa.
His appearance becomes grotesque green face, tusks. The text makes it clear this isn't noble power, it's monstrous.
And his 6 hands. They're not empty, are they?
No way. He's got a specific terrifying arsenal now, some focused on plague. The sky-shaping seal, okay, standard enough. But then, plague bell, plague banner, plague-stopping sword.
Plague-stopping sword. That's ironic.
Maybe it stops plagues he doesn't cause. Plus 2 regular swords. Xia sees this and is just terrified.
I mean, who wouldn't be? 3 heads, 6 arms, plague weapons. That's endgame boss material.
Totally. But here's the crucial point the story makes, I think. Lu Yu's immense individual power, even ramped up like this.
It's still not enough against teamwork.
Exactly. The takedown is swift and coordinated. It's beautiful, really.
How do they do it? They don't just charge the monster.
No, it's tactical. Yang Jian gets his assistant, the golden-haired youth, to use a golden pellet, thwack, hits Lu Yu right in the shoulder, creates an opening.
Okay, disrupts his stance, maybe.
Must do. Because Huang Tianhua immediately follows up, launches his fire dragon lance, zap, hits Lu Yu in the leg.
Cripples him. Nice combo.
And Xia, seeing the opportunity his team just created, doesn't mess around. He whips out the god-striking whip, Dashen Bian.
The ultimate anti-divinity weapon.
Hits Lu Yu square on, knocks him right off his camel. Done. They knew they couldn't let him recover.
Brilliant teamwork. So they beat the big, scary monster form.
Tactically, yes. But Lu Yu isn't captured or killed. He uses the Earth Escape technique. 2 done, poof, gone.
Oh, so he gets away. Injured, though.
Badly injured. The text says that God-striking whip made Sanmei fire burst from his orifices.
Ouch. That's not just physical pain, is it? Sanmei fire. That's like internal supernatural burning. A deep humiliation.
Exactly. But does that make him reflect? Rethink his life choices?
Judging by the theme so far, probably not.
Not even close. The pain just fuels pure, unadulterated vengeance.
Okay, so he doesn't just lick his wounds.
He immediately plots revenge. promises Xia cannot escape the disaster of extinguishing the city's living souls.
Extinguishing the city's souls. He's going after the civilian.
Everyone, this is the terrifying shift. No more duels, no more ideology, just mass destruction aimed at non-combatants because his pride was wounded.
This is the moment, isn't it, where the moral calculus just craters. He lost a fair fight. Fair by their standards, anyway.
Right, a magical melee.
And his response is to break every rule, every ethic, target the innocent citizens of Xiqi purely out of spite.
And he doesn't wait. First watch of the night, maybe 9 p.m., Lu Yu gathers his 4 plague envoys.
Oh, specialists.
He gives each one a gourd filled with plague elixir, Wendan.
Plague elixir, it's literally a mythological bioweapon.
That's exactly what it is. And they use the 5-element escape method super stealthy to sneak into Xiqi City. No alarms, no one sees them.
Underscoring how dishonorable this is. It's covert, designed to bypass all defenses.
Lu Yu goes with them, riding his camel. And they just methodically sprinkle this plague elixir everywhere. All across the city. East, west, south, north. Systematically.
Well, how long?
Hours. They keep going until the 3rd watch. That's like midnight, maybe 1 a.m.
Covering the entire city. The scale of it. It's not a warning. It's meant to be total annihilation.
Driven entirely by his humiliation in battle.
And the irony is just, wow. This guy, Lu Yu, bragging about his spiritual refinement, his mastery.
His ability to roam the great Empyrean.
Yeah. And the second he faces a tactical defeat by a coordinated team, he resorts to the absolute dirtiest tactic imaginable. He sacrifices thousands of civilians, the very people Xia claims he's liberating, just to soothe his own ego.
And the horror of it was the delivery. He didn't target soldiers or specific people. He went for the water.
All the water.
Every source. Wells, springs, rivers, everything. He just dispersed the Wendan into the city's water supply.
So everyone, instantly.
Yeah.
You drink, you cook, you're hit.
Pretty much unavoidable. It wasn't a slow burn. It was immediate citywide contamination.
How does the text describe the impact? I mean, the scale of it.
It creates this really chilling picture of silence. Utter silence. The whole city, from King Wu down to, the ordinary folks, gets sick.
Right.
The source says specifically, no smoke from fires. So no cooking, no activity. The streets are empty.
Quiet suffering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only sounds mentioned are groans and suffering coming from the imperial city and the prime minister's place.
That absence of normal city noise, that's terrifying in itself. And Lu Yu knew it, didn't he? He was confident.
Oh, completely. He actually boasted about it, said he'd done it without using a single arrow.
Wow.
And he gave them a deadline. He predicted everyone would be dead in 6 or 7 days.
Okay, so that sets the clock ticking immediately. A really frantic countdown for any hope of survival.
Yeah, that 6 to 7 day window is critical. It drives everything that happens next. And Lu Yu, he wasn't planning on just waiting around either.
Which brings us to the survivors. Because somehow, amidst all this, 2 people were completely immune. How? Who were they?
Okay, the first was Neza. His immunity comes from his unique origin story. He was born from a lotus flower.
Ah, right. So not entirely mortal in the usual sense.
Exactly. His body wasn't susceptible to that kind of mortal or even spiritually induced plague.
Okay. And the second?
That was Yang Jin. His immunity stemmed from something called the Yuangan transformation. It's basically a high level of spiritual cultivation.
Like an inner resilience.
Sort of, yeah. Made him resistant to this specific type of spiritual attack. So these 2 are the only ones left standing.
What do they do? The city's down, the enemy's waiting.
They immediately split the crucial tasks. Neza stayed inside to guard King Wu and what was left of the court.
Makes sense. Protect the leadership.
And Yang Jian took the external defense, guarding Zhang Zia's residence, but also, importantly, the city walls. He was anticipating the next move.
Which came pretty quickly, I imagine. Lu Yu wasn't going to just let them recover.
No, not at all. He was sure the city was helpless, so he ordered his subordinate, Zheng Lun, to move in.
For what? Just to take the city?
Worse. The order, and the quote is chilling, was for a root and branch cleanup.
A massacre, basically.
That was the clear intent. Finish everyone off.
But Yenge was on the walls. He saw them coming.
He did. And this is where his quick thinking, his ingenuity really shines. He knows he can't physically stop an army. He needs to buy time.
So what does he do?
He grabs some soil and grass from the ground, throws it up into the air, and shouts this command, Jay! It's like an instant spell.
An illusion.
Exactly, a powerful illusion. Zheng Lun and his troops look up at the city walls.
Yeah.
And instead of seeing deserted battlements, they see them manned by sturdy, towering men. The defenses suddenly look stronger than before the plague hit.
That's brilliant. So Zheng Lun paused.
He did more than pause. He retreated. He thought, wait, they look even stronger now. Maybe they got reinforcements. It completely threw him off.
That bought them precious time.
Absolutely essential time. But Yang Jin knew it wouldn't last.
Right. Illusions fade.
Yeah.
How long did he think it would hold?
The source is incredibly specific. He knew it was only good for 1 hour and 3/4.
Less than 2 hours. Wow. Okay, the pressure is immense now. They need a real solution, not just a temporary trick.
And that urgency, that ticking clock, is basically the cue for the next stage. Divine intervention. The immortals arrive.
The heavy cavalry.
Pretty much, yeah. First up is Huanglong Zhenren, the Yellow Dragon True Man. He arrives dramatically, heralded by crane calls.
Classic immortal entrance.
Right. He lands, takes stock of the situation. Then, soon after, comes Yuding Zhenren, the Jade Tripod True Man.
Yang Jane's master, isn't he?
That's the one. He uses this even more spectacular travel method, the long-distance golden light. They both quickly figure out what's happened.
Lu Yu's strange arts, they call it.
Yeah, they identify it as a great catastrophe caused by him. But knowing the cause isn't enough, they need the cure.
And that's the mission.
Instantly. Yuding Zhenren doesn't waste a second. He orders his disciple, Yang Zhan, to go immediately to the Fire Cloud Cave, Huayun Dong,
Why there?
to consult the 3 sages. They're the ones believed to hold the knowledge, the medicine, to counter this level of plague.
So Yang Zhan has to go on this urgent quest. How does he travel?
He uses Tudun, earthed tunneling, basically instant travel through the earth. He arrives at the Fire Cloud Cave almost immediately.
And the description of the cave itself, it sounds pretty impressive in the text.
Oh, it's amazing. The source paints this picture of immense power and serenity, linked to the 3 pure ones, blue phoenixes singing. It's clearly depicted as a major center of cosmic power.
So he gets there. Who does he meet? Does he know who these sages are?
Not at first, interestingly. He arrives very respectful, very humble, and just addresses them as the 3 holy masters. He doesn't know their specific identities initially.
Who reveals it?
A temple attendant clarifies. These aren't just any sages. They are the heaven, earth, and human sovereigns.
Fuxi, Shenong, the big 3.
Exactly. Fuxi, Shenong, and the 3rd one in imperial robes, often identified as the Yellow Emperor, Xuanyuan. This is like appealing to the absolute highest authority. Yang Jian naturally bows low and pleads for help.
What's their response? Do they know about the plague?
Oh, yes. Fuxi, the one in the center, speaks first. He basically confirms the larger context. The rise of the Zhou dynasty is heaven's will, and this plague is an interference, stirred up by another troublemaker, Shen Gongbao.
So the fight is just, but this plague needs fixing.
Precisely. And the fix comes from Shenong, the Earth sovereign. He's the traditional figure associated with agriculture and, crucially, medicine.
He's the divine pharmacist?
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets up and fetches the specific antidote. This is the moment we find out what can actually cure a divine-level plague.
Is it just one thing? A single miracle cure?
No, and this is really interesting. It's actually a 3-part treatment plan. Very sophisticated, really. Shenong gives Yang Jian 3 distinct pills.
Okay, what are they for?
Pill number 1 is for King Wu and his direct family. Protect the leadership again.
Makes sense. Pill 2.
Pill 2 is for Jiang Ziya's disciples, the core group of heroes and strategists.
All right, so covering the key personnel. What about the rest of the city? The thousands of regular people?
That's the 3rd pill, and it's not for eating. This one needed to be dissolved in water.
Back to the water.
Exactly. Dissolved in water and then sprinkled across the entire city using a willow branch. It's described as the treatment for the highly infectious epidemic.
Wow. That's like a mystical form of public health intervention. Using water to spread the cure, just like the plague used water to spread the disease.
It's a fascinating parallel, isn't it? Almost like a symbolic purification as well as a medical one.
Absolutely phenomenal detail. But wait, there was something else, wasn't there? Shenong gave him more than just the pills.
Yes. This is arguably the most profound moment. As Yang Jian is about to leave, Shenong stops him. He walks over to this place called the Purple Ganoderma Cliff.
Zizia.
Right. And he pulls up a specific type of grass.
Just some random grass.
Not at all. Shenong explicitly states that this plant isn't just for this one crisis. He says it's the remedy for infectious diseases, for epidemics in the mortal world. for all time.
He's basically gifting humanity the cure for future pandemics. Right there in the story.
That's exactly how it reads. He's embedding real-world medical knowledge, or at least a claim to its origin, directly into the mythology. And then he names it.
Through a gatha, a sort of poem.
Yeah, a short verse. This grass is peerless. And it ends with the line, the common name for it is chaihu.
Chaihu, that's a real thing, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Chaihu is buplorum. It's a very well-known and widely used herb in traditional Chinese medicine, often for things like fever, chills, releasing pathogens from the exterior. The connection is explicit.
So the story is claiming this vital herb was a divine gift from Shennong himself, specifically given to combat plagues.
That's the claim. It's an incredible link between the highest mythology and very practical earthly medicine.
Amazing. So Yang Jin gets back, presumably just as fast.
Instantly, using the earth tunneling again. The immortals get the pills and the instructions.
And they administer the cure.
Exactly as Shennong prescribed. The pills work immediately on King Lu and the disciples. They sprinkle the dissolved third pill across the city, and it works. The plague is cured.
Just like that, divine medicine prevails.
Which, of course, Lu Yu eventually notices.
Right. He gave us 6 or 7 days. What happens when he checks back?
Well, after about 7 or 8 days, he takes a look, expecting to see, devastation. Instead,
People are healthy, flags are flying.
exactly. He sees people moving about, flags up, and Neza and Yang Jian looking perfectly fine, even vigorous on the walls. He instantly realizes what must have happened.
Divine rescue. His invisible weapon failed.
And he is furious, absolutely enraged. His clever spiritual attack was thwarted.
So what's his reaction? Does he try another plague?
No, he completely shifts gears. Back to brute force. He immediately orders a massive assault.
Oh, massive.
12,000 troops. He organizes them into 4 battalions of 3,000 each.
And the target.
All 4 main city gates simultaneously. His order is explicit. Slaughter the citizens, especially while they might still be waiting from the plague.
He's going for overwhelming force now. But the immortals are still there, right?
They are, and they anticipated this kind of, predictable, angry response. Lu Yu abandoned his strange arts and went back to just raw military power.
So Huanglong Zhenren, the Yellow Dragon True Man, he comes up with a counterplan.
He does. He directs the 4 main heroes, Yang Jian, Neza, Yuding Zhenren, and himself, to each take one of the 4 gates.
Okay, defend the gates. Standard procedure.
Not quite. This is the really clever tactical shift. His instruction wasn't to hold the walls or fight at the gates.
No. What then?
He ordered them to open the gates.
Open them. Let the enemy in.
Exactly. Lure them in. It's a trap. Huanglong Zhenren basically says, let all 12,000 of them come inside the city walls, and then I'll deal with them.